I'm on this natural high. Amazing bliss. On this Diwali day, new moon, I feel this huge presence. If you have any water, pull it out now. Drink some water with me. I got a lot of notes, so let's crack into it. I'm gonna try to not just like read the notes. I'm gonna do my best to come from abundance when I'm reading this, so you can see what I'm talking about. For example, coming from this place of abundance, of inspiration, I used to be a gamer. I'm gonna try to start play gaming again. And I would play games, video games, and it would be authentic. And I was in such an abundance. I would play video games, and it'd be 10 minutes that passed. 10 minutes. I look at the clock, 2 hours passed. 2 whole hours. It felt like 10 minutes. I was like, holy shit. I'm like in the game. I'm playing, I'm talking shit on my mic. Let's go, I'm the best in the game, baby. Vice versa, I would do this hustle. I gotta get good grades. I gotta get straight A's, or at least B's in school. And so I'm studying, and I'm studying the study guide, and I'm in my science book, and it's biology class, and we're learning about the splitting of the cells. Meiosis, I think it's called. I still remember that shit. Cheers. And I'm studying and I'm studying and I'm studying. And I'm just like, it's like that 10 hours later from SpongeBob. I look at the clock. I'm growing gray hairs. I'm like all tired and I'm stressed out. There's bags under my eyes. I look like a zombie and I'm looking at the clock. I look like SpongeBob when he's in Sandy's house when he doesn't have any water. He's like, water. I'm like dying. I'm like studying. I'm like, oh. I look at the clock. 10 minutes passed. Only 10 minutes. It was 10 hours. That's the difference when you're coming from this inspiration, authentic place. When you're doing what's authentic to you. The worst day, the worst experience doing something that's authentic to you beats the best experience doing something that's inauthentic. That's not real to you. That's not real. Like, for me, school is not for me. I'm gonna go back to school, but not gonna like stress myself out about the schoolwork and the homework I'm gonna go to school to learn. So put this here because I'm a scholar. It's the same amount of work, but I'm experiencing it completely differently. I'm putting in like so much effort in the game. Or for example, I was a farmer. I was doing not only farming, but irrigation work, carpentry work. We were building a hut. We were building a construction work. We were building a barn. Farming is cool because they encompass all these things. Electrical work, you gotta have the water switches and all these things, the timers on the water. Plumbing, irrigation, of course, tractor work. A lot of cool stuff. I was farming and the day would fly by like that. I worked we felt like in 2 hours. Back-breaking work, but it was so inspiring. I have ADHD. So when I started working, I felt like I was working effortlessly because it was a job that is authentic to me. Since I have ADHD, the farm work is so attractive because there's so many different tasks and activities that you could be doing on a farm. It's like a new purpose every day. Every day you work on like 5 different things. Some days you build a greenhouse. Some days you weed. Some days you plant seeds, pop the plants and plant the plant. Some days you have to clear a whole bed and do some tractor work. Some days you're, watering all the plants. And some days you're harvesting all the vegetables and the fruits. And some days you're washing them. Some days you're packing them up. It's like, it's a whole different, it's like there's so many things to do. That's why I love farm work. I'm going to be a farmer. That's my job. I didn't have to beat myself up and be hustle and motivated to do it. It was effortless. And this is what I'm talking about. This is that mindset that I'm trying to hustle this in. I'm trying to grind this into your mind that you don't have to hustle to do your purpose. You actually find your purpose the moment you give up on hustling. You will be like, what is effortless? What is authentic? What is abundant? What is true to me? Things will become authentic when you let go and come from that place of abundance, 10 out of 10. You have to find out within yourself. Meditation is the key. Meditate, sit down with yourself, close down your eyes. Breathe out all of that anxiety, all of that stress, and let go. And then you let go, you're simply blessed. For example, you can eat food because you're hungry and you want to survive. Or you can eat because you're desperate, you're pain-ridden, you don't want to live, you're depressed, and you're like, I want to eat. This is the difference between inspired eating and desperate eating. Abundance eating and scarcity eating. So we think that we need to fix this. So we're like, I'm going to restrict all junk food. I'm going to restrict all desperate eating. I'm only going to eat from abundance now. But you cut out some of the inspiration when you restrict yourself. So the key is to dive deep and look at what you are running away from. What is the source of the desperate eating? Address that. Then the desperate part will go away and you will be left with inspiration. You get what I'm saying? You're depressed because you have a heartbreak from your girlfriend. So you're eating, and you're like, no, I'm heartbroken, but I can't be eating this junk food. I can't be eating like this. So you cut out all the junk food. You cut out all that, but you're still heartbroken, depressed. And so you're cutting out all your inspired eating. If you go into the heartbreak, if you heal that, which I'm going to be teaching healing, we're going to do it in one of these videos. I think it's the next video or the next one after this next one. This is a series. This is going to be like a whole transformation series. My birthday's coming up, November 21st, baby. My birthday in the building. Best time of the year. My happiest time of the year. I grow so much around my birthday. I transform. Talk about Transformation Master. Kaliki in the building edition. I transform a hell of a lot on my birthday. So I'm going to give as much as I can on my birthday. I'm going to give many blessings. And my soul is in the building, baby. I'm in the building, baby. Hallelujah. Yeah. This is how we discover, when we let go and we dive deep, what is authentic, who we truly are, and what we truly want. You need to dive deep. When you dive deep, when you meditate, when you let go, you will be authentic and you'll discover who you truly are and what is that you truly want. This is how you find your purpose when you let go. Most of us, and we come from 10 out of 10, most of us are grasping for a purpose out of desperation. We are using it to run away from ourselves. We're like, I'm a piece of shit, so I need to be this. And it's never authentic to ourselves when we do it. Like, I got to go to school for 6 years to become a lawyer because that's what my mom and dad want me to be. But it's not authentic. You got to call on the gods to bless you and showing you what is the authentic purpose that you got. If you can't find it, all right, let's get serious. If you're a man or you're a woman, you need to find your purpose. Coming from Papa Vonsta here. Go on a water fast. Go and silent your mind. Go on a speaking fast. Don't talk at all. Go out into nature or go into a silent area where you're not disturbed. Nature is the best. and spend the entire day there. Water fast, speaking fast, and just sit there and think. Focus on your mantra, focus on your purpose, and say your intention. I want to find my life purpose. And I guarantee you, you will be so close to finding it, or you will have found it at the end of the day. One whole day, water fast, no food, no liquids. If you want to go extreme, no liquids. I'm drinking a hell of a lot of water right now. Water is the key, baby. And silence. You will find something very deep. One thing I want to say is, when you're coming from this place, I used to be like a real extremist in my higher self. I used to only care about my higher self, not my basic self or my conscious self. I would only focus on like fasting and meditation for hours a day and eating a vegan diet and, hustling in this mindset. And I was going to an Ayurvedic teacher, and I was like having digestion problems and I was having health problems. And I was like, what's the problem here? I'll do any fast you tell me. I'll do any diet change you tell me. Whatever, juice cleanse, whatever herbal cleanse. Tell me what to do and I'll cleanse my way to health. And he goes, Vaughn, eat at McDonald's. I was like, excuse me? He said, eat at McDonald's. You heard me. I said, it doesn't make any sense. This is not some type of health thing. This is not some kind of discipline. He said, a healthy body craves healthy foods. Let go and trust in your body's instinct. You will eat naturally how you do it. I said, so I don't have to eat vegan? He was like, you don't have to eat vegan. I was like, so I don't have to do some kind of water cleanse? Some kind of like shitting out my... He's like, no. Eat at McDonald's. I was like, so I can eat eggs? I can eat bacon? I can eat meat? And I remember I did that. I went home that day and I was like mind blown. I was like, I could eat whatever I want and I'll be healthy. My body craves healthy foods. And I went and I made myself some eggs and I put turkey in the eggs and cheese and I put a bunch of spices and I was like, oh my God, it's so good. And that night I went out to sushi with my parents and I had a teriyaki bowl with teriyaki chicken with California rolls. I remember that was the night your boy got his sex drive back. I was like, I was so fucking on one that night. I was like, holy shit, I'm turned on. Everything's turning me on. I was like energized. I was confident. I had that muscle, baby. I felt amazing. Just by trusting my body. After that, I was trusting my body. But that doesn't just go with your body. That goes with everything. A healthy mind craves healthy thoughts. A healthy mind craves healthy music. Healthy body craves healthy friends. Just trust in yourself and let go. You don't have to go on this crazy fast and go to the nature, even though that's positive sometimes. I'm talking to you right here, right now. You already made it. This is a different, so instead of incomplete you that is trying to hustle your way to getting there, you already made it. You achieved the goal of life. Yeah! You done it. You done did it, my friend. You are there. From there, what is your body and your messages telling you? Your guide, your inner self, what is it telling you? No more running away. You made it right now, right here, right now. Now you can finally be present. You can stop running this rat race, trying to get to the cheese, and you can start enjoying the race. Since you've made it. Once you let go of what you are running away from, you see what you are naturally inspired to do. From this place of wholeness, you can see what you're inspired to do. When you come from authenticity, you can finally come from authenticity when you're doing that. Whatever is real to you, do that. When you come from authenticity, Mr. Authenticity, when you come from authenticity, You'll be a lot more motivated because it's fully you. No more compromising. No more fake. It has to be fully you. So what I was eating a fruitarian diet. It wasn't me. I wanted to eat eggs and sushi and meat and dairy and ice cream and stuff, but I was a vegan. I was like, and I lost my sex drive. My digestion sucked. I was miserable. I was cold all the time. And when I added that sriracha and all this fun stuff, I wasn't doing any preservatives or any all natural diet. I need to be spiritual or I meditate hours a day, but I wasn't happy. I was meditating hours, and it was such hustle and discipline and willpower. Versus me doing something that's authentic to me. I don't even have to meditate. I'm naturally in a meditative space. It's like naturally meditative. If I go farming for an hour or two, it feels like I just meditated for hours because I did something that was authentic to me. And now when I actually sit down and meditate, when I meditate properly, which I'm going to be sharing the meditation techniques of the universe, some shit, some breathing, and oh my God, how you get so high on life. This is in your engineering, like Sadhguru teaches, you will be so high naturally, you won't even want to take drugs ever again. You'll be like in bliss. I'm going to teach this meditation for free. The less you care about what you're doing, just putting that authentic abundance flowing into what you're doing with presence, coming from that place of wholeness, of completeness right here, right now, the more you come from a place of authenticity and strength. It is what you do that makes you alive, that makes you inspired to live. It's like a place of, I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't care. I'm going to do what's real to me. And when you do that, when you wear what's real to you, when you act how you want to be real, when you eat what's real to you, when you behave how you are, what's real to you, maybe you drop an F-bomb every once in a while if you're a perfect guy. Or maybe you act with a manner that is true, no lying, no more people pleasing, but you say no when you don't want to say yes. Be more selfish. That's another bullet point. Be more selfish. Care about yourself more. This is a download, baby. I want you to really grasp that. Be more selfish. Care about yourself more. This is the stop and the end of self-sabotage and self-hate. Because a part of you is so hooked on this desperate run where you're like, me versus everything. I can't just trust myself and just let myself be and just trust that I will be naturally motivated, I'll be naturally confident, I'll be naturally blessed. You're like, no, I'm not. I have to go me versus this hustle. Like we saw in the example where this guy was being cheered on. He was working with himself versus this feeling that you have to just, I'm a piece of shit. I'm not good enough naturally, so I have to force myself to study these long hours because I couldn't do it naturally. The more effortlessness is into it, the more authenticity is into it. The more bliss, the more Christ consciousness is into it. Christ consciousness. I'm talking about Jesus motherfucking Christ, baby. That's the real deal. That's what Jesus was inhabited in the fullest abundance. So deeply, he was so himself that everything was... Let's make a toast to Jesus. It's the end of self-sabotage because there is a part of you that is so hooked on this me versus mindset that you don't want to succeed. Because if you succeeded, you're no longer experiencing that thirst that is driving you in the first place. That desperateness where people are making themselves feel worse. They're making themselves feel like shit naturally because they know that if they let go, they'd fall back to their baseline, which is that 3 out of 10. Which you gotta dive into what you're running away from, where it's that trauma, which we're gonna get into it. But there's this trauma that you're running away from. That if you go into it, if you go into that place where you naturally let yourself be whole, you might be faced with this fear, this anxiety, this gripping death feeling like I can't let go. I can't let go. You're on the edge. You're like, I can't let go. Hold on. Mr. Scholar in the building. I can't let go. And then you're like, If I let go, I'm gonna die. I'm not gonna be, I have to be this me versus this force, this hustle. I gotta keep trying to pull myself up constantly. And you're like, she's like, let go. Let go. And you're like, I can't let go. I can't. I gotta keep trying to inch my way up. Hustle, motivation, and let go. Let go. No, I can't do it. Let go. I can't do it. And he's like, God's like, let go. And you're like, ah! And you just go, you float up, baby. You float up to abundance when you let go. And you just tune into all the stuff you're running away from, and it will all come up. Listen to these words. Your trauma and your pain wants to leave. It wants to heal. It wants to recover back into your highest version. Your higher self is watching over you, trying its best to be that version of you that is abundant, victorious, in place of deep love and abundance. But you're constantly hustling and disciplining and forcing yourself not to go there because you think if you let go and just be peaceful and just let yourself be, let it be, you would be falling into hell. In desperation, you think you're going to be, no, you float up, baby. All you got to do is let go. Do nothing. Let go. Go into yourself. You made it. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. You are there. This is Transformation Mastery Kaliki in the building edition, baby. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I live for. To make people like you and I inspired to live this life. Inspired to live the dream. Inspired to live in abundance. People are addicted to this desperation because this is all they've been taught. They said, you're not good enough, Susie. You're not good enough. So you need to force yourself to be better. Shut up. Don't raise your voice. You're like authentic. You're loud. You're like, hey, shut up. Sit down. Be quiet. Listen in class 8 hours a day. You can't focus? Adderall. I had ADHD, so they tried to put my Adderall and I started meditating and I flexed on everybody, baby. People are addicted to this because they think if they just let go and be themselves, they would be wrong because everybody in their life has been telling them you're wrong for being you. You're wrong. And so when you let go, you're like, you remember all this trauma inside your subconscious that people were telling you you're not good enough. And so you let go and you have this remembrance of like, shut up, Susie, you're so annoying. And your teacher said that, or your friend said that, or the family said that. And you remember that. And so you're like, oh, and it's trauma in your body, and we're gonna release it. If you are having trauma in your life, if you have gone through unbelievable pain, which we all have, but some people have gone through more. If you've gone through, we're gonna heal together, baby. I pinky promise you this. We're gonna heal together. Your time is coming. Your healing is coming. God is with you. I'm gonna wrap this up. You don't need to have a strong craving, this thirst, this desire. If something is meant to be, it will happen. Authentically, in spite that craving, in spite that thirst. If something is meant to be, it will happen. Let go of everything. Stop forcing yourself. Stop hustling. Stop disciplining yourself. And be real for once. Be yourself. If you're not happy, some people are addicted to positivity. They're like, I gotta be positive all the time. But truly, they're negative. Inside of them is negative. Inside of them is pain. But they're like, positivity challenge. This doesn't work. Stop trying to be positive. Stop trying to be happy. Stop forcing yourself to be anything. And be true. That's what people are craving. They don't want another positive motherfucker. They want a real motherfucker. Enlightenment, this is enlightenment, by the way. What I'm saying right now, this is enlightenment. This is coming from inspiration, 10 out of 10, authenticity, effortlessness. You now are at 10 out of 10. Welcome into the kingdom. Everything on your most authentic day that is shit will be the best day on doing something that's inauthentic. The worst day doing something authentic to you will be the best day doing something inauthentic. This is Vonsta. We gonna be blessed. Shanti.